The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 279. You get the Nasdaq up 62. S&P's up 19. Gold contract down $2.40, trading at $12.88.80 an ounce. We have silver up 3 cents, $16.48 an ounce. Light sweet crude hanging tough, $71.55. Notes and bonds are flat. You get the 10-year at 118.26, 30 at 141.07. King dollar up 46 ticks, 93.590. The euro is at 177 to 1 U.S. dollar. Yen is at 111 to 1 U.S. dollar. We're kicking into the summer, Memorial Day. This is it.
That's right. It's coming. Memorial Day.
This is it. Let's go take a look at beginning of the week. Bitcoin, and Bitcoin looks like it caught a little bid overnight here. We're at 84.69, and when we closed out there on, Bitcoin, of course, trades 24 hours a day. The one we're looking at is in the futures market. We had closed out on Friday at 82.29. So contract volume thus far, let's see what we look at. It's light. We got the CBOE is at 2,181. That's 1 coin per contract. The CME is at 1,611. That's 5 coins per contract. And, if you haven't test-driven the Nadex platform, folks, it's the beginning of the week, and that's where the spreads open up. They go from 8 o'clock in the morning on Monday morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And let's see how we're set up this week.
Yeah, so we'll jump over here. We're going to pull up the weekly spreads. And so, as they should, we're trading at about 8,500. 8,500 is going to be the middle of this spread. And we're going from, it looks like, 4,500 up to 12,500, middle of it being 8,500. And each one is going to represent, what did I do there?
Right? Let's see, 1 coin. Yeah, that'd be 1 coin. Maximum loss. No, that's not 19,000, right?
1 contract. All right, we'll have to get into it. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's no way that 10 contracts is $200,000.
Okay, we'll come back into that, baby.
Yeah.
Hit the bid side just for a second. I'm just curious.
I mean, that would almost represent 5 Bitcoins per contract if that was the case. But that's not going to be the case.
No, let's hit the other side of it. I'm just curious whether they put 19,000 the other way, too.
Buying and selling.
Yeah, no, so it's both ways, right? Yeah. Meaning that the 19 or 20,000.
Okay.
And if we go over, so this just came across, what made me do this is that let's see, what is that quote here? Oh, I just lost it. They had a big Bitcoin conference last week in New York.
Yes.
And it's still coming out, and of course the people that are running these exchanges.
Maybe just scroll down once. Did you click on it?
I hadn't clicked on it. No,
okay.
It was right when we started, and it went, basically a couple of these exchanges are pushing that. Yeah, we're going to be back to 20,000 in 6 months.
Sure.
It's like, okay. Let's go over to the gold market. So we have out here this morning. This is going to get intriguing, and this is why. In fact, I want to start with the euro. If you take a look at the euro out here this morning. The euro hit a low out here of 1.1717, and we've come off that approximately 60 ticks. So it's going to be intriguing to see can the euro get some juice in it today? Because that started at 4 o'clock this morning. If we go over to the dollar, the dollar index last week got over that swing high that it's been trying to get over for a long period of time. It's the 93,480, and we get up to 93,965, and thus far it's having a tough time holding that price. And we just, so the key is going to be, folks, is that we broke topside last week, and if it can't hang up there, if it does hang up there, then 95 is on the agenda, which is a big move, and that's the highs of November of 2017.
Okay.
But if we can't hold that, then, you know, then gold is going to have a chance. And the reason I'm basically thinking it has a chance is because of how silver has actually been trading. You know, silver didn't go inside that lower range where gold got smoked. So it's going to be a big day out here, I suspect, and probably a big week inside the aspect of this metal market. The indices themselves, they're basically going right into the highs of last week. The Dow, what's that? 24,994. We just took that out. So the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow. Boeing, look at that, putting 73 positive points. Caterpillar 27, 3M 24. And the fundamental news, you know, on this is that the trade war is off right now between us and China.
Yes.
That's what it looks like, you know, basically popped the
Oh, for sure. So what's that, almost like 3%, right? Yeah, Boeing.
Yeah, those large industrials.
Definitely.
Inside the NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness, you get Micron Tech up 4.7%. Tesla's up 3.7%. Now, Tesla, check this. This is pretty amazing, actually. So Tesla is up $10. And the news out here this morning, this is where it's really wild. The news is that these Tesla models, right, Elon Musk's Model 3, once touted as Tesla's $35,000 car for the masses, are now almost $80,000.
Okay.
Isn't that amazing? So what you have here, folks, is this, is that when this first got announced, you could send a deposit into Tesla for one of these $35,000 cars. Now, it was totally refundable deposit, and they had kept pushing everyone off on these because they weren't ready. And then you had the choice, once they told you they were ready, they'd tell you what it is.
Yep.
But this morning, this is coming out, and the reason that I even know so much about it is our man Nico, he sent in a deposit for one of these, you know.
Okay, but they're still going to have the $35,000 car. That's what this, just so.
Well, yeah, let's take a look at that and see, you know, okay, so Musk unveiled significant specifications for a faster, more powerful version of the Model 3 in a series of tweets over the weekend. It will cost $78,000, more than double the $35,000 base starting price, and that doesn't include the autopilot. So let's bring this down, because what I just heard in the way in, these were already supposed to be happening, and now they're saying, they said in Bloomberg the $35,000 price may be out there, but now he pushed it off to 2019. These are supposed to be ready like last year.
Okay.
The increasing expensive configurations for the Model 3 are planned steps, if somewhat counterintuitive, towards Musk's vision of mass production. Let's see. Okay, when Model 3 delivery started in July, Tesla described $35,000 price model as a standard Model 3 with a standard battery, 220-mile range, before options. But the focus was on fulfilling orders for customers who wanted longer range battery with faster charging, pushing the price up to $44,000. Yeah, I think they're. Hey, I guess the market's pushing them up because they're going to get more money, but I don't know about a $35,000 Tesla.
Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionics, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 314. The Nasdaq's up 64. S&Ps are up 21. By any chance you see 60 Minutes?
I did. I watched it, yeah.
Okay, so Google.
Yeah.
We go over, Google's up $17.
I know. I pulled it up this morning, and I was surprised because it was a pretty interesting expose on Google and the antitrust aspects of what they have going on, and they made a pretty decent case, surprisingly, because I wasn't sold on the get-go just hearing the headlines. But when they went over everything, there's some anti-competitive forces going on there in a big way.
Right. And if you didn't check it out, folks, I'm sure you can Google it. I love it. So you can Google it, right?
There you go.
So what they had is that they had the aspect of, what Google's business is. And then I thought where they really start getting some traction in the article, they brought the guy from Yelp on.
Yes.
Explaining.
Yeah. It was probably was it him.
I just pulled it up. You can see they brought the co-founder and CEO on.
Yeah.
And he walked them through, and they did it live. Well, it was examples of what happens when we are Googling,
Yeah. And just to explain it further, right, he went over how most of the results are actually Google results. They're no longer, what makes Google so amazing, what made it so amazing is you think you search for anything, and this magic algorithm spits out the best results across the internet.
Right.
And what he was saying was that it's not even close anymore. Basically, it's just a plethora of their own results to keep you in the Google ecosystem, the Alphabet ecosystem.
Right.
And he had said, if things were like they are now, that Yelp probably couldn't have even made it.
Right, wouldn't even started, exactly.
Because they don't show up where they need to show up in terms of, yeah.
And the way that they do it, here, we can do this right now, because the way that they actually do it, and this is what because I haven't been looking at this for a while. So if we look at, let's see, what should we Google?
Like pizza restaurants, clearly.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so what you're going to see is that when it comes up, the way that they do it, it's going to be in a box, but there's so many of them you don't realize that, okay, so we just did pizza restaurants.
So this is all Google.
That's all Google. And you can see, though, see how they put a box around it?
Yes, right.
Yeah, they put a box around it. So I haven't paid attention to that for a while, but I'm sure plenty of people do.
Yes.
You know?
Oh, definitely.
You know, because it's like, you know.
That's by far the easiest one to click, right? And then you just click here, and then it's going to show you them all, and then it's going to show you them with a map.
Yeah.
Right?
And maps are us. I mean, that's them too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And you can see on the left-hand side, they're all, well, not all ads, but quite a few of them are ads.
Give Queen's Pizza a little free mention. I'm not even sure where they are.
And
yeah, they're bringing you into the Google review set. You know what I mean? They're bringing you into the Google ecosystem. And so if it's and they've actually and I believe the Yelp CEO was saying that they've purposely tweaked the results in their algorithm as well. So it's not just like, you know, that they're adding one little tidbit to the top of the results. And I'm sure it goes much more far-reaching. I mean, they went back into...
That's what we can see.
Yeah, that's what, you know, in terms of the tech companies, in terms of Microsoft, what other companies were they saying? We're trying to go after them. But
and what was intriguing inside of that also is that they had the attorney on that had taken on Microsoft.
Okay.
And he had said that when it went to the FTC was saying, hey, they're a monopoly and we should be going after them, and they just buried that report.
Yeah, and they had a report, and that was in the last administration under Obama. It's pretty interesting. It is. You know, it's...
And so in that context here, so watch this. This is where a little pressure comes in. I just, let's see. Because Mnuchin, I think, just came across a few minutes ago. There, here it is, 9:30.
Jeez, wow.
Yeah, exactly, right? Okay, so Mnuchin urged Justice Department to review the power of large technology firms such as Google have over the country. The 60 Minutes report Sunday devoted assertions that Alphabet, Google wields a destructive monopoly on online search, hammered home on the notion that the company's dominance during the time of heightened public concern with technology giants. So,
yeah. And when you think about how invasive just the simple internet search is in our lives in terms of being able to find things and discover things on the internet and search for them, just like you said, even talking about the article, you said go Google it without even, no pun intended, you know, literally.
Right.
That type of monopolistic, and they went over the stats on terms of, I think they have 90% of the market.
90, yeah.
Yeah, it was just, you know, staggering. So I'm sure we'll be hearing more about that for sure.
We will.
Yeah.
So let's just...
But very interesting that Google positive today after that, I guess, with the market rocking and rolling. But
so gross revenues have doubled in 5 years.
Excuse me.
52 billion to 108 billion.
And look at that rise next
They
year.
expect to go up 25% this year.
I mean, what is that? Seriously.
21% they expect to go up. 21%. Because I think we're at such a tipping point now that between phones and, you know, like 3 years ago, I would say that the phone market just exploded topside. You know what I mean?
Mobile,
and now we're always, you know, your phone is like you Google things in 2 seconds. I must do it 15 times a day, easy. Do you know what I mean?
Excuse me. Yes.
You know, so
No,
it's,
definitely.
That's, and you know, we're never in front of a computer that much. Well, picture this. Because we're in the finance business, we are in front of a computer more than most people, but yet we're still using our phone.
Right.
You know,
right.
That says quite a bit.
Right.
You know?
No, they've merged. Computers are now phones, and it's the same deal, right?
Let's take a look at some of the higher volume stocks out of there. And you know, what was intriguing, folks, is that for option expiration Friday, we had light volume on Friday. It's like, okay, the summer's here. General Electric. Let's look at General Electric. So General Electric sold off part of their. I think part, maybe the whole thing.
Deal, right?
Yeah, they. Let's see. Taking the biggest step in a plan to revitalize the manufacturer, seeking to merge its century-old locomotive business with Wabtec.
Yeah, so they're still going to own over 50% of the company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just in itself. And they're getting an upfront payment of $2.9 billion. That's what they need. They need money. Imagine GE needing money, but they do. That's the bottom line. They need money to keep them alive. And, you know, they've got, I mean, it looks like, you know, GE, this is the first bounce that GE's really got. You know, you went from 1270, you're at 1540. Not that that's a fortune, but it's a start.
Percentage-wise, that's a big one.
It is, you know, and it almost looks like it can go to $16.
Sure, almost right there.
Yeah, it's the last time that we really broke down in, what's that, January of 2018, beginning of the year.
Excuse me.
You look at this on a... Oh.
Yeah, don't pull it back any further.
No, because when you look at this on a weekly basis, folks, okay, this is one of the first counter-trend bounces we've had since 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty wild. So let's go look at Amazon. What's going to get intriguing is that I'm trying to figure out, like, how do they go? Well, they can just go after Google, that's for sure. The real question is going to be is that what do they put in place? I guess what they'd have to put in place is that they can't bring their own terms up first.
That's what it is.
Right.
It would have to be that the Google search function is its own entity versus everything else.
That'd be pretty intriguing. That let's picture you're on Google, I'm the government, and I'm going to tell you, you're going to put this in your logarithm, and this is how it's going to work from now on.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
The battle's on, folks.
For sure.
Stay right there. Tommy and I are coming right back. We get the Dow up 318, Nasdaq up 60, S&Ps are up 21. Come right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The TFNN Memorial Day Tiger Dollar Special has just been announced. For 1 week only, we're doubling the bonuses that we normally give out with any Tiger Dollar purchase. Normally, when you purchase Tiger Dollars, you can receive a 10, 15, or 20% bonus with your purchase, but through Memorial Day only, we've doubled the bonuses to 20, 30, and even 40%. This is one of the best Tiger Dollar sales that we offer, and they only come around a couple times a year, so don't let it pass you by. Tiger Dollars can be used for any TFNN newsletter or service, and they never expire. So whether you're already a subscriber and want to add savings to your monthly or yearly subscription, or you're thinking about signing up for anything in the future, now is a great time to get your Tiger Dollars. For all the details on the Memorial Day Tiger Dollar Special, visit the front page of TFNN.com before this deal ends May 28th.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 321. Nasdaq's up 64. S&Ps are up 22. If you want to see something pretty amazing, you know, Argentina's been in the news, right? And I was looking at this morning. This is, like, amazing, folks. You know, we talk currencies a lot, but you really got to wrap your head around these currencies. And, like, for the past year and a half, you hear on a continual basis that, oh, the emerging markets are where it's at. And, you know, basically. And when you look at this chart, so this is a 6-month chart. And on a 6-month chart, the peso, this is the Argentina peso now, has gone from 17 pesos to $1 US to 25. But I pull this back further. When you see this, it's hard to comprehend, actually. When I do it for 2 years, it's gone from 13 to 24. And, well, let's just do 5 years. And 5 years, this is where it gets sick. It's got from 5.
I think you see why people across the world like cryptocurrency a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, these are one of the examples.
It totally is. It totally is.
I mean, if you're in Argentine pesos right now,
yeah.
I could see you scrambling for maybe Bitcoin, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's
for sure.
Or, you know, or whatever cryptocurrency.
Right. And what is interesting is that it may be, you know, competition even in the gold market, because the difference is that with the crypto, which does get intriguing. I mean, I still wouldn't go after it myself, but the difference being if they're there, still breaking down gold. I mean, what happens if you get 1/10 of 1 ounce? The premiums are too big on those.
Okay.
You know, like if you buy an ounce of gold, folks, right now it normally runs, let's say, about $75 premium. Okay. Maybe $100, okay?
Sure.
It fluctuates. What happens, though, if you buy 1/10 of that, it's not like it's only $10. It's still like $40 or $50. It's that dramatically
more. Transaction fees. Or
exactly.
Yeah.
Where, you know, I mean, it was shocking when I looked at this. And what's going on is that, you know, the amount of inflation, again, has gone right through the roof. The thing that's amazing when I look at this, actually, is that they were so smart. When this new...
Go back one,
yeah,
I saw one.
When this new...
and I just see inflation soaring to 25.5% somewhere.
And so check this out, too. This is what's amazing. When they got the new president, the market itself liked it. Argentina paid back a lot of debt that they owed for years, right? And then they were so smart. You know what he did? He pushed out a 100-year bond.
Okay.
I'm going to see if we can find this, okay,
sure.
You know, sometime today, because I can't even imagine what that 100-year bond is going for now.
Yeah, no, I had heard them talking about it on the bond part of it. And it had to do with currencies, of course, as well. But I remember hearing many headlines with their bond pricing as a result of what's going on.
You can imagine, right? It's just... So since emerging market sell-off began a month ago, all assets have taken a hit, yeah. But none more than local currency bonds. They lost 5% in dollar terms, more than euro bonds. Yeah, 5% is nothing compared to when we just looked at that peso.
Yes.
So the way that works, you know, and this is where, actually, so what is it? Let's see.
Yeah, and they're just talking about emerging market bonds as well in there, right? Yeah.
Oof. Man.
Yeah.
That is one beaten. That is like just extraordinary. And it seems that the cycle just starts again down there.
Sure,
You know,
sure.
You know, whether it's every 20 years, every 25 years, when they can't get inflation under control, it's pretty amazing.
How about Snapchat? Can we jump over? They're positive today. They got some type of an upgrade.
Okay.
Just an analyst, but yeah, I mean, you know, up 44 cents, going from 10.50.
That's a big
4%
number. Yeah.
Doesn't look like too much on that chart. Pretty remarkable.
Let's see what they're saying. Snap rallied 1.4%. Is that more than that right now?
Yeah,
that's for sure.
So Moffett Nathanson, who's a longtime bear, finally said the company might be getting out of their unmitigated disaster, essentially, despite a series of setbacks, including revenue misses, recent CFO exit, and a terrible redesign. They say the risk-reward for the stock looks more balanced now.
So how do they redesign it?
Yeah, it's just it's tough to explain if you've never been on it. But you know, you have your messaging capabilities, right? So I can send you a message.
Right.
You can send me one. That's in kind of one portion of it. Then you have your stories.
Which that's what they're big for, right?
Well, messaging probably they're big for as well, just in terms of being able to message you and then it disappears after 24 hours. That's actually how they got the company they are.
Yeah.
But then the story, it stays there for 24 hours. That's in another section. And then you have the areas where you could follow CNN, ESPN, you know, and then those are like the third section. So it's all these different sections, but then how do they, the one part I thought cool mentioned this morning was that talking about the automated advertising or the computer ability to be able to manage advertising in a manual, automatic way in their platform. And if they can pull that off, they might actually start taking in some revenue. I mean,
yeah, well, I mean, the numbers are impressive, right?
Yeah.
I mean, 2015, 58 million, 2018, 1.2 billion.
Yeah.
They plan on going up 30% this year to 1.7. So if they can do it.
What is also interesting, though, is that, I mean, I see ads on Snapchat because I use it occasionally.
Yeah.
And I never, ever think of clicking on them. It's kind of like the same deal with like Twitter, maybe. You know, it's like, can you monetize that type of a platform? You obviously can monetize it, but can you monetize it to be a company that's worth tens of billions of dollars? You know,
yeah, because big ad agencies are paying for it.
Yeah.
The real question is, we know big ad agencies pay for a lot, folks, because they get paid so much to pay for it. So it's so institutionalized that, you know, these large companies, they know that they'll try, you know, so much for such a period of time, and then it will either work or not. But there's an 18% short interest in Snapchat.
Yeah, really interesting.
At $10. That's pretty intense.
It is. I agree.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people that think that they're just going to tank.
Yeah. I would say that that's a very dangerous bet, because if you're Facebook, if you're Google, if you're Amazon, you get all this money. It's like, well, let's see what
the market cap. It's like
to take
13 or 14 billion.
That's nothing.
No,
to them.
I agree. I know, and that's why I know it in my head, because it's a constant where it's like it can only get so low. I would agree. You know, in terms of just
they'll take a shot on it,
just on sheer value, right? For you know, to knock a competitor that might be one of their only large competitors in the social platform, you know, taking over the young group, what it is, right?
Yeah, no, I think you'd be buying demographic. Exactly. Right. You know, what you know, they know how much their customers cost them per customer. Yeah. They're probably looking at the amount of customers. They're saying they multiply it times whatever that is, $200, $500, $1,000 a customer.
I wish I could be a fly in the room on maybe like a Facebook, you know, room to really see what they think of Snapchat, because they might think they're worthless. I mean, that's the other side of that, which I wonder, you know, to say that there's no way, because it's all going to come down to advertising, really. Well, that's, you know, if they get the people, but if they can't get the advertisers over, you know, it's only, Facebook only makes the money by having the people, because they've managed to monetize it so well, right? Yeah. Now, they're facing a little bit of problems over how well they did that recently. Yeah. But
you see Facebook's new ads on TV?
I have seen them,
Trust us. Yeah. We're starting over again.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Don't forget, folks, we'll go over these Tiger dolls when we come back. We got a nice Tiger doll deal going. And then I want to talk about, in 60 minutes, too, is Theranos? Who is the...
Theranos.
Yeah.
Right? We'll pull it. Yeah.
What a fraud. She's not in jail yet. It's going to be interesting to see what happens there.
It will.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials up 364. You get the Nasdaq up 69. S&Ps are up 25. Get some action out here. Now, as you come over to our website at TFNN, we get some Memorial Day action here.
Pretty remarkable. Memorial Day, summer is here, man. So this week through a week from today, so we'll run it through Memorial Day, you can get up to a 40% bonus on whatever you spend on Tiger Dollars. So normally, the maximum bonus you can get is 20% if you spend for the higher tier. And it goes 10, 15, or 20. And what we've done, we just doubled every one. So instead of 10, you're going to get 20. Instead of 15, you're going to get 30. Instead of 20, you're going to get 40. So you can get up to an additional 600 Tiger Dollars for that top tier. And like we always talk about, any subscribers, you can use them for any newsletter, any workshop. You can use them for Primal Edge, right? Any newsletter service good we offer, for sure.
And what has happened, folks, is that, you know, bottom line is that we've done, you know, we used to do maybe 4 of these a year. Now we seem to only do 2 a year. So it's a way that we do discount. It's a way we do discount the product. So if you're looking to get product, you have product right now, check it out on the front page of TFNN.
I think the last one we did was in November, December.
It was for Salvation Army.
That's it, yeah, and we did it a little bit earlier. Just we
so
did
we could get the money.
Yeah, like it ended like maybe early December. And so I imagine that that'll probably be similar. So this will be kind of the biannual sale. And yeah, I encourage anyone, new subscribers, thinking of signing up for anything, and just to show how easy it is, you can purchase your Tiger Dollars, and then you can use them for anything you want, like our man Steve Rhodes, who has a workshop Wednesday night. So go over there, purchase your Tiger Dollars, and then instead of going in there and paying $149 with your credit card, what you do is you just go in and you log in to the TFNN site, and that's where you apply your Tiger Dollars. If you have any questions, give us a call, but it walks you through it. Yeah, so he'll be there Wednesday night. And speaking of currencies, man, maybe he'll talk about that Argentine peso a little bit.
Yeah.
He's deciphering more than that, but it is interesting. Follow the money because currencies rule. So he'll be in there Wednesday night with his subscribers, 5 till 6. He just put out his morning issue, of course, this morning. So I encourage people to check out Mastering Probability regardless. Coming off the heels of his #1 ranking in Timer Digest. Should be good Wednesday.
So now let's start talking frauds.
Okay, well,
so
nice pivot.
At 60 Minutes last night, folks, Theranos. They had Theranos. That's the pronunciation.
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
Theranos.
Yep.
And this is an amazing story. I mean, as Tommy just said, we were talking at the break, that we've heard this before. The amazing part is that she's not in jail.
This isn't even an article we're going to... I mean, this is just one of many. I just literally Googled Theranos. You know what I mean? We're just pulling up for the topic. But yeah, I would encourage people to check out that 60-minute story as well. And like I said, I feel like I've heard everything. It was interesting having the interviews of the actual employees, though.
Yeah.
You know, saying They weren't using, so the basic story is she developed a machine that could blood test cheaper,
with the
faster,
prick of a nip,
a
pen.
prick of your finger, right? One dot of blood,
And
basically.
this little tiny machine. It was like it was like a little toy.
Exactly. It looked like a little typewriter, basically, for all intents and purposes. And what the employees were saying is that we weren't using those machines. And where it really got sinister is when they signed that deal with Walgreens to start processing blood that Walgreens was taking in. And that's where you saw...
For patients.
Yeah. And that's where you saw even the employees saying, you know, it's not like we were working through the kinks here. We were scaling up in huge ways with the ability to do nothing but, you know, swindle people.
But give people bad information on their health.
Yes, and then they would retest it occasionally knowing there were problems, and they wouldn't give those people the results that were different from what was happening. Pretty remarkable. And I said during the break, you know, I think the big story, and you know, I think she should go to jail for sure, in terms of what I've already read previous and then what I'm reading about last night, and just the things that you're saying in terms of pure fraud, like out and out, in terms of investor scam fraud. But is the case of corporate governance and the board of directors, because there's a reason why you have a board of directors, and it's so that, you know, I said, again, during the break, I said, there's a lot of swindlers and shady people out there. They just don't get to raise $1 billion by saying I have a special machine. And that's basically what happened, and nobody checked up on it. And her board was not doing the due diligence that they're being paid to do. I mean, this isn't, you know, it's, you know, you have the current Secretary of Defense that was on
Kissinger.
there. Yeah.
I mean, there was the board, and that's, it's just, it's pretty amazing.
And realistically, they should be held accountable too, because when you're on the board, it comes with responsibilities. It just doesn't come with a name tag. I mean, being, you know, a board member comes with a due diligence. You know, you don't have to know everything. You have to do a due diligence. As in, are you doing what should be expected? And no, they weren't doing that at all.
They had, you know what they had on too, folks? They had, was it the nephew? The guy was the nephew of one of the big investors. And that's what he said, oh my God. He says, I knew it was a fraud, and my whole family's going to get taken down. And this, he only got hired right when they did the Walgreens deal. So that was like, oh, can you imagine going home? And he was, you know, he might have been your age. You know what I mean? And it was like, you imagine sitting there, and all of a sudden you realize that, you know, I got the job. I have a relationship with her, but I have a relationship with her because my family is one of the big, you know, supporters, meaning, you know, and it's like...
Oh, big time. And the other thing that came out, and I know already out, but they talked about, was it the CEO or the COO, the guy who was running it? The other
boyfriend and girlfriend?
Yeah, that they had a relationship. So it's like, of course, there's a lot of shady stuff going on there as well. But what it reminded me of, right, and I was saying to you, is I said, it reminds me of the juicer story. And I'm not sure if people remember this story, so I Googled this. So, Juicero. And so, again, a machine that's marketed to be revolutionary. Right? Everyone loves juicing. It's I don't juice, but yeah, it's healthy, right? It's, I mean, it's so they were selling it for $400 plus all this stuff. And basically, the crux of it is that it ended up coming out that they sold packets for the juicer, but the packets you could just literally cut open and pour into a cup, and they did the same exact thing. So the juicer was like kind of just a $400 machine to cut and open a packet, and it fell apart pretty much instantly once that was discovered. But this was
another big fraud.
This is a mammoth venture capitalist, you know, in terms of just raising, let's see, I mean, just hundreds of millions of dollars. I mean, just mammoth. Yeah, they were going to sell it between $400 and $700. But yeah, again,
look, just a little. He was replaced. Okay, built on the promise of technology, Juicero was among the top funded U.S. hardware startups in 2016. But in October, Evans was replaced by Chief Executive Officer of Jeff Dunn, a former president of Coca-Cola. So they were bringing everyone down. You know, it's amazing how these frauds, they got to be pretty substantial. I mean, imagine
and I wonder,
you're in the business. You're the president of Coca-Cola Company. And then you take the job.
Yeah,
I'm sure he didn't know it was a fraud.
No, and that's what I was going to say. I mean, he was probably offered a substantial salary, rightfully so, you know, and I would guess that part of him saying, hold on, why are we charging $700 for this machine that barely does anything? Our only chance is to cut this down to a much more formidable cost, foreseeing maybe some of the problems when people started digging into the technology. But still, there was nothing they could do when that came out. That was all they wrote. Yeah.
Pretty amazing, man.
Yeah. So buyer beware on all those stories in terms of technology that you can't understand that's going to revolutionize the world.
If it sounds too good, it is. That's the bottom line.
Seriously.
That blood one was like insanity.
Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We have the Dow up 363, Nasdaq's up 67, S&P's up 25. Come right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
One of the keys to success in anything is the ability to make new distinctions. So what new distinctions are you making to achieve even more success in your life? When it comes to trading and investing, I wanted to become the best of the best, which is why I went on to make new distinctions. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest have been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as the #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 in gold. On Wednesday, May 23rd at 5 p.m., I'm going to share with subscribers one of my newest distinctions, which is how to follow the money and do so in multiple currencies. You see, money has to flow somewhere, and with the world getting smaller and smaller each day, you and I can identify exactly where most of the money in the world is flowing. Sign up for Mastering Probability by coming to the homepage of TFNN.com to begin your 30-day money-back guaranteed trial membership and learn the exact tools that I use to time the markets. And if you can't attend live, don't worry, because the workshop will be archived on your members page for the next 30 days. Sign up today.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 352. You get the Nasdaq up 63. S&Ps are up by 23 percentage-wise out here. You get the Dow up 1.5%. Nasdaq and S&Ps are up approximately 0.9 of 1%.
How about Boeing? Can we jump? Because as this Dow keeps rocking, I suspect Boeing is.
Yep, it is. That's the one that's rocking out there.
Yeah.
So, what's up? 1284. You know, we started out at 358. You're at 364.
How many points is that putting in the Dow? Can you? Yeah. Because it's going to be a hefty number, almost 100, I think. Yeah, 90 points.
Yep. Big number, man.
Yes.
Big number. Yeah, no doubt about that. And what's intriguing is that we are going to be the, you know, when you look around the market out here, well, the FTSE's up 1% too.
So the DAX is closed today, I heard as well. They had a holiday over in Germany.
Okay, yeah. So You get the FTSE up 1%. You know, Asia last night wasn't strong. You know, you had, let me see, we had the Nikkei was up 0.3%. Hang Seng was up 0.6. Shanghai 0.6. Taiwan was basically flat. So there's not a lot of action over there. We'll see where our market shakes out. What we are doing is that we're coming into that high of last week. If you look at the SPY, the high of last week was 274.08. We hit 273.98 thus far. And what that's doing, it's, you know, it's having a tough time from the downdraft of February as well as March. That's the line. That's the line in the sand right now. And guess what? Figure the first couple days of this week, we should get something going. I mean, Friday, folks, is, you know, Thursday these trading desks are going to start moving.
We're going to be here, but you don't have to be
No,
here.
we're going to be here because all these folks up north, man, they've had such a winter. They're going to be out of here.
That's right.
Stay right there, folks. Swim lessons coming up next. Our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Go get them, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.